Today's episode of Literally is sponsored by Lowe's. They don't do those big press days like we used to have to do, like where it's like, okay, so now you're going to come to this set and here's a mallet and you're going to swing the mallet at this box and then David Spade is going to pop up and talk about it. Like, do you remember all that stupid stuff?
Well, I think yours, the one I'm remembering was with you. That's the only time I think I did something like that. And it was fun. We had a good time, but it was probably very silly.
It was just fun because we were together and having fun. Because I'm sure they had us doing ridiculous stuff. You have a new show.
I do.
Tell me all about it. Is there an Irish connection to it? Is it shot in? I mean, obviously it's called Irish Blood, but is that shot in Ireland though, right?
It's for sure shot in Ireland, the whole thing. So
it's for sure.
For sure. I was there. And so what it is a young woman, not young woman, I'm not a young woman, a woman who is, when she was 10 years old, her dad, who she loves so much, he was, everyone loves their dad, but this was a particular bond they had. He unexpectedly, out of nowhere, abandons her and leaves at 10 years old. And when he leaves, she thinks he's beaten up her mother because she wakes up on her birthday. It's on her 10th birthday, and she sees her mom has bruises and, she'd heard ruffling in the night, and now her dad's gone. And so for the next 30 years, she's built up quite a cold, response. She's not sorted out her trauma about the whole thing. And she goes to, her relationship with men and whatever. So basically she finally hears from him 30 years later. She gets this mysterious communication from him. And so she jumps on a plane to Ireland to go find him. So it's a mystery and she's trying to get to the bottom of it. And while she's trying to find her father, she's also sort of finding herself again.
That's cool. How did you like shooting in Ireland? Because I shoot The Floor, a game show that I do. I shoot in Dublin.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I love Ireland.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, isn't it?
It's so beautiful. There's so many beautiful walks to go on. And where I was living was so pretty, the village that I stayed in. And when I went with my dad, my son's father, when we were together years and years ago, and we drove for 2 weeks. And I remember thinking, I would just love to live here. This is such a beautiful place. So it's quite nice to be there.
It really is when they talk about it's the Emerald Isle. Like, we get it. It's green, sure, whatever. You get there and go, oh, fuck, this place is green. And every shade imaginable.
Well, when I was it's true, but I was shooting during the winter time, and it was funny because the first day I got there, the man who was my driver, John, he was like, listen, the weather's going to be terrible. Everything's going to be ugly. You're at the worst time of year. So everything was sort of a pleasure to me because I was expecting it to be so bad.
Right.
And then in the end, he said, no, it wasn't so bad this time. But what I really love about Ireland, aside from the aesthetic, the beauty of everywhere you turn, is the people. I think that there's such a different vibration to them. They are so generous of spirit. Like, their hearts are big. They are warm. They are funny. They're so clever.
So funny.
So funny. So shooting there was just like, I loved my sound guy, John. I loved, my costumer, Emma, and hair and makeup, Sandra and Tom. Everyone was so lovely. And
they're characters.
Characters.
They're
Absolute
characters.
Absolute characters.
Have you ever met a boring Irish person?
No.
Me neither.
No. We just laughed all the time. And Sandra and Tom had a funny thing because Tom loved to make fun of Sandra all the time. So, and she's the hair. And so he would call her a bog hopper. And I learned all these different, and she would say, well, I'm culchy. No, he would say she's culchy. Or maybe she says culchy. It's like cultured. And and he's calling her a bog hopper, essentially like
bougie, culchy.
And I just love the sayings, right? Like, sure luck. And what's the crack?
What's the crack?
What's the crack? Or it's good crack. Good crack.
Good cracking.
I just love all those things. And I love how, can you swear here?
Yeah, we can swear. Hell yeah.
So you know how they say fuck off? Fuck
Yeah.
off can mean like 17 different things. If you
That's
said,
right.
do you want to have dinner tonight? I could go, fuck off. Like maybe, I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about it. Do I have
Fuck off.
plans? And then you could be like, I don't know. They have just a million different versions of fuck off, which are so fun.
It's so, I did a play in London for a long time, and my British co-star had to say fuck a lot in the dialogue. And before curtain, he would come up to me and go, say fuck again? And I go, fuck. And he go, okay, thank you. Fuck. Because they're so embedded, like they're fuck. It's like, they don't say it like we do.
No, it's so great. And in Ireland, sometimes they used to say feck off. But I didn't hear that in the people. In that wonderful playwright has feck off all the time. But I didn't hear them actually say feck. Anyway.
How long were you there? How long is the shoot? Is 6 episodes, right?
Yeah, 6 episodes. I think it was 3 months. Yeah.
And how old is your little one? Not so little anymore?
No, he's 14. So
Yeah.
luckily in my contract with them, I thought for sure they would turn me away at some point. But when I said this, but the most critical thing for me was that every 3 weeks we stopped production for a week so that I could go be with him somewhere, either at home or we ended up figuring out it would be better because I was so crazed with this schedule because I produced and was acting in it. So, sleep was a real commodity at that point. And so he came over and we would have a week, basically 10 days to go off on a trip. So we would just wander around. We went to
the notion of you coming back, the week gets eaten up very quickly.
Very quickly.
Time change.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
That's smart. I'm going to make a note of that. I'm going to call that the Alicia Silverstone clause.
I mean, I had to survive.
You have to.
I'm not leaving my kid. I just had to say no to a play in England that I would have loved to do. But 4 months in England when you have a 14-year-old boy it's not doable because you can't leave for a week. You can't,
No, that run is, but I will tell you, it's funny that I mentioned it and then you mentioned it's heaven.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure you had the most amazing time. Theater's the best.
Yeah, oh God, I just saw the picture of Dorian Gray, for which Sarah Snook won the Tony, and it was fucking insane. It's so, and I'm doing this little movie right now with my friend Will, who won the Tony for Stereophonic. And I have such high regard for people who do that day in and day out. It's amazing, right?
It's the best. Oh my God. The plays I've done have been some of the most incredible experiences of my life.
Have you done any in LA? Have you done LA theaters? There isn't much of it really.
I did a play when I was really little here and I was like 17. And then I've done 3 at the Geffen. And
oh, wow. How is that theater to play? It's a beautiful theater. I've been to it, never played it though.
It was great. I did it with David Mamet and he's a brilliant genius. So that was incredible. And I'm
trying to get him on the podcast.
Oh, he'd be so fun.
Oh my God. I'm actually kind of worried that we would both be immediately canceled somehow. If
well,
we just
probably.
start going, because he is, dude, in all his books, I've read all his books. Have you read all of his books?
No.
Oh, you should. They're
I will.
amazing.
I mean, I've read, he's written a million books.
A million.
Have you read Henrietta? He wrote a book. Yeah, he wrote a Passover book. Do you know what I'm saying? I've read those.
You're right. I haven't read all his books. You're right. Thank you. But his nonfiction, his books on acting are unbelievable. And that famous memo that he wrote his staff on the CBS procedural he was doing is my all-time favorite.
I don't know it. I want to see it.
Yeah, it's kind of it's become infamous in TV writers' rooms.
Oh.
And it's literally David, all hands on deck memo to the staff of the unit.
Yeah.
And my favorite quote of it is, it's not the actor's job to provide the drama. It's yours.
The writers.
The writers.
Yeah.
It's amazing. A lot of people, as you know, have a hard time with David's theory on actors, which is, if you want to be uncharitable about it, you could say it's shut up and say the lines. If you want to be charitable about it, it's you're there to be honest. You're there to be honest. And if the writers haven't given you good shit, that's on them. You don't need to you don't need to put out your yana na 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 yana na 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 yana. That's on them. They give you good shit and you do it.
I mean,
tell me your version of it.
I don't want to disagree with David Mamet but if he was here, I would love to discuss it, because I have seen people who do just shut up and say it.
Yep.
And that doesn't work. He thinks that's what he wants, but what he really loves, and this is where he'd be like, you don't know what I want. Like, I shouldn't speak for him, but as a person who has worked with him, I hear that he wants you to just say the words, and I understand that the words should carry the whole thing. But you have to, I think Philip Seymour Hoffman brought all his work, and then you let go of it. And when I went and worked with him, I came with all my stuff. I'd already figured out like everything that I wanted to do with this person, who this person, I really did the work.
Yes.
So that when he says, just say the lines, you've already built in a whole thing. I think when you watch people who do just show up and throw the lines out there, it doesn't work as well. That's my opinion.
You're right. No, you're right. I don't believe they're mutually exclusive. I 100% agree with that. And Philip Seymour Hoffman, what a fucking genius.
Thank you. He is a brilliant genius. I wasn't saying thank you if somebody brought me something. I wasn't saying thank you like I'm Philip Seymour Hoffman. That's amazing. Are you Philip Seymour Hoffman? He's so brilliant.
So where are you living these days? Are you still in LA?
I live in LA, and I love when I get to go do theater. It's my favorite. And right now I've just been lucky to get to do a bunch of, movies and shows, which is super fun. And I've been traveling a lot. It's been a lot, because I did Pretty Thing, this film that I love, that's out now, and it's a erotic thriller. And
okay, when I hear erotic thriller, I just go, who's the co-star? Who's the guy?
I know.
Who's the guy you're hooking up with?
He's great. Carl Glessman.
I have to look him up.
Yeah. He's not hard on the eyes, He's really
it's very important.
And he's a very good actor. And so that was fun to work with him. And Justin Kelly is the director, and I love him. I've worked with him before.
Is it in theaters? Is it a streamer?
We were in theaters. Now it's on like video on demand or something, I think. And but it's really good, and it's really funny, and all the things that an erotic thriller should be. And then after Irish Blood, which I'm so excited about, because it just premiered this week, so it's been
That's
fun.
Amazing. Today's episode of Literally is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows that rewards members get more. That's why when you sign up for My Lowe's Rewards or My Lowe's Pro Rewards today, you get member deals, points, and more. Plus, you get free standard shipping starting at Silver Key and Gold Pro status. Savings for rewards members add up fast, so why wait? Become a rewards member for free and get more savings today. It's super good to have that sort of Irish, European flavor. It's so specific. There's just something about it that imbues the project. I find whenever I've worked over there, like it's kind of irresistible, and people love that.
Yeah, it's a character. It feels so specific. All the locations, the feeling, the people. When you get great actors, that's the other thing. Like the actors,
It's insane, right?
It's insane. When you're here in the States and you have somebody who has one line or they have like one scene. No disrespect, but it can be harder to find people that are real,
Yes.
But in Ireland, I don't know what it is, but those people who come in and have one scene are amazing. Amazing.
Amazing. They're trained.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just a different world. They've all gone to,
Yeah. We had a guy who his whole part was to come over to me, and he is sort of he's just doing something very suspicious with he's like holding a metal detector. He's trying to find things on the floor. And then later on, he has one little scene, and he's such an accomplished actor there. He's a writer, director, and he's just, I mean, when we were doing it, somebody said, hey guys, like, this isn't a romantic comedy, because we were sort of getting lost in each other, ad-libbing and playing because he was so good, and that was just for fun. But he was incredible. And then this other guy who's plays, I'm following this mystery, and I go to find this guy who rides horses, and he's so brilliant. The way he would say, I can't do it. I'm going to do a terrible impersonation of him. But he would go, he said he called me the murderer. Like the murderer had 15
syllables
to it. Murderer, but it
called me a murderer.
The murderer. And I just delighted in it. And he was so good. And so the actors are great. I think that people are really liking the show, and I think they'll really like that it moves very quickly, and they're great performances. It's really a good drama, but it's also a mystery, and that's all really fun.
I'm psyched for you. And you executive produce it, and that's always fun. And
yes,
gives you a little bit of added comfort and control.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. I came on at a very early stage on this one. It was just an idea on a page. We knew.
Wow. Not even a script.
Nope, no script. It was just like
you actually got it made. Congratulations.
It was just it was 2 paragraphs, and it was sort of like a girl with a briefcase and the mystery of the dad and going to Ireland. That's basically it. So. So I got to work really hard on every script, all the editing, all the casting, every key hire, really. Yeah. And so, it was great to be, it felt really rewarding to be so deeply involved here. And like you said, it gives you a sort of feeling of security and preservation.
Yes, self-preservation.
Self-preservation producing.
you don't get to stick around as long as we've sticked around with a little healthy dose of self-preservation.
Right.
Isn't it funny the things that you remember? Like I'm having this image of a picture of you, cover of you in a magazine. I'm gonna guess it's Los Angeles magazine, and you're holding the Columbia torch. Do you remember this?
No.
It's. I feel like it's. But you did Clueless for Paramount.
I did, but I don't remember that at all. But that's not surprising. I don't remember a lot of things, especially photo shoots. But I see pictures and I go, I don't remember being there. I have no recollection of this at all. But after I did Clueless, I did do a deal with Sony.
Okay, there it is. Okay, I'm not crazy.
And I had a production company in an office there where I produced that movie Excess Baggage with Benicio del Toro and Christopher Walken and Harry Connick Jr. So that was my first producing experience. And maybe that's why I was holding the torch. You were literally holding the torch. Or you've made this up.
No, I've not. Listen, have your team go get, I would frame that bitch up. If there was a picture of me holding the fucking Paramount Globe on my back.
I'm going to look.
Are you kidding me? It'd be in my living room.
That's a lot of pressure.
How was working with Christopher Walken? Did you get any good FaceTime with him?
Yeah, we've worked together 3 times.
No way.
Yeah, and he's so lovely. When I did the first film with him, Excess Baggage, there was one night when I went out with Rosie Perez and a bunch of other actresses, and he was coming to this club with us. We were going to go to a dance club and, or whatever, like a cool club. And I was young, I was 19, something like that. And why were we in New York? That doesn't really make any sense. I guess we'd already finished the film. We went to, I don't know where we were, but we were somewhere where we all ended up going to this thing together just for fun. And we arrived and he sort of said he stayed for a very short period of time and then he pulled them aside and said, take care of Alicia. And I thought that was so sweet. And, he really wanted to make sure that I was going to be properly cared for because I was probably underage for sure. And I was in this really cool club and It was a great club. The music, I would wish there were clubs like this still.
I know. The New York clubs of our youth. You know what ruined clubs? Bottle service.
Yeah. It's
Ruined 'em.
terrible.
Ruined
It's
'em.
terrible.
The notion of like every 5 seconds, some rich idiot is proving how big their dick is by a giant bottle of champagne with sparklers on it being paraded to a table that you have to pay. Because that's the other part of it is the minute you had to pay for a table,
Yeah.
it
that's
killed
not
what was
fun.
great. Because what was great about the clubs were you had people from all walks of life.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't have
No.
to be a rich guy.
No, I think at this particular evening, I was the only white girl in the place and everyone was like grinding to the music and I was in heaven. I was just like, it was so alive and rich and vibey. And the journey from the bathroom, from where we were sitting to the bathroom it took forever because you're like dancing your way and people start, it's just incredible.
By the way, the journey in the bathroom was like, I remember that like fucking the first time I went to a New York City club bathroom.
Yeah.
It's like, you're just like, but what? Like, you cannot believe what you're seeing.
Yeah. I mean, that can be very interesting. I'm sure we have lots of bathroom stories.
Those were, you have to.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you have them today. And I think like anything else, everything is changed so much.
Yeah. But yeah, so Christopher Walken was lovely. And then we worked together 2 more times. And he's just always been so sweet to me. And I just think he's an incredible actor. And I have super fun with him. So that's great. Yeah.
I was able to do a play with him. So being on stage with Chris
that's really different.
He was amazing. He was not a big believer in projecting. And
I could see that.
And so he would routinely, there would be people in the audience yelling.
I can't hear you.
Yeah. And he would come up and go, I love when it becomes like a ball game.
Oh, you did that well.
It's like, I was like, Chris, they can't hear you.
They can't hear you. It's kind of critical.
He's a national treasure.
He really is.
I bet you he has to have gotten like the Presidential Medal of Freedom. I mean, if I were the president, my first order of business would be give Christopher Walken the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Can you imagine the speech? It's good to be here.
What was your time like with him?
Insane.
Insane.
Mid-80s.
This was in the mid-80s?
Mid-80s.
Good for you, Mr. Rob Lowe, doing theater in the mid-80s.
The mid-80s. The middle of...
You can't be old enough to have done that.
Mid-80s at the Williamstown
Were you just born?
Theater
Williamstown. Oh.
Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward were up there doing... She was directing Golden Boy. Steven Spielberg was up there because his then wife, Amy, and Kate Burton and
Kate Burton.
Oh, yeah. Gwyneth, I think, was up there with Blythe. It was Amy Irving.
It sounds like an amazing experience.
But Chris was great. We did Three Sisters.
Oh, wow.
And he played Vershinen. And he used to drive Amy berserk because he refused. He was Chris Walken. And he refused to pay attention to punctuation. So he had one line that I loved. Now, and listen, it's like David Mamet. You don't fuck around with David Mamet. You don't fuck around with Anton Chekhov.
No.
But his line was, well, there you have it, period. You know a lot of useless things, period. And he would say, well, there you have it, you know. A lot of useless things. and stuff like that all the time. And I remember there was one line he had, and forgive me if I've told this story on the podcast before. I've done so many episodes now, and I'm getting old. But fuck it. If you've heard it before, you can tune out. But he had a line that I would go to the side of the stage every night to hear him deliver. It's like your version of murder, where you just can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
And in the play, the village burns down, and Chris and I are hiding in a attic, and the people who've come from the village come in, and Chris asks, "How's the fire?" That's the line.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something about the way he would do it. He would go, "How's the fire?" And it used to make me laugh out loud every night. And then one day,
"How's the fire?"
I picked up what I thought was my script, but it was his.
Oh my God.
And it was open to that page, and I saw his notes.
What were the notes?
And the note in the dialogue, "How's the fire?" He's crossed out the word fire and written in barbecue.
What does that mean?
"How's the barbecue?"
But he never said that.
No, but that's
what he was thinking.
yeah. Isn't that great? I love that's one of my all-time favorite looks behind the curtain of an actor.
Fun. He's so silly. He would try and distract me all the time before a take, just make it so silly.
Have you ever seen him in fucking dude, At Close Range? Sean Penn?
I did see it, but so long ago that I can't remember it at all.
It is, first of all, if you guys haven't seen At Close Range, it's insane. It's got the famous Madonna Live to Tell song as its theme. And it's the bleakest, darkest, most intense movie ever. It's basically about a father who, spoiler alert, right now, big spoiler alert, ends up running a crime mob, and when he thinks his sons are about to turn on him, kills them.
Oh, God.
And so I'd seen it a bunch of times, and I said, "Chris, I just got to tell you how much I love this movie." He goes, "Yeah, well, it's really a Father's Day picture."
I love him. I miss him.
Chris, I hope you're listening. Make a note. Can we get Chris Walken on this show? I don't even care if he's
Can I come back
something.
and be here when he's on?
We need Chris Walken and we need David. Let's do a panel.
A panel.
You, me, Walken, and David Mamet.
Yeah. Well, my new David Mamet is Yorgos Lanthamos. Not to make them in the same, they're different, but what I mean is I'm obsessed with Yorgos Lanthamos. Do you know his work?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
Oh my God. Okay, so you have to make a note to watch a movie called Dogtooth.
Okay.
And then did you ever see The Favorite or Poor Things?
Oh, The Favorite. I feel like I saw. What is The Favorite about again? I'm just drawing a blank.
Well, The Favorite has, what's her name? She's so wonderful. Well, it has Emma Stone too, who's so wonderful, but she's like the queen, and I think it was up for Best Picture or something like that.
Yes, I've seen it.
He also did Lobster. He did
Yeah. Sorry, I 100% know.
Kinds of
I know,
Kindness.
Lobster and The Favorite I've seen. They're great.
And I was lucky enough to do a movie with him a while back called Killing of a Sacred Deer. And
Yes.
And then he now is coming out with a movie called Bugonia, which I'm really excited to be a part of. And Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons are so incredible
Oh my God,
in
I
it.
love them.
I know, they're both insane. Truly just so talented. It's
That's
just
fantastic. What a great group.
I know. I feel like just so happy. I remember when I did a play with Laura Linney on Broadway with Daniel Sullivan. Do you know Daniel Sullivan?
I know the name, yeah, but I don't know him.
And Donald Margulies was the playwright. And I remember when we would have, it was just a four-hander, this play. And when Laura Linney would go to the bath, I would wait to pee until she was going to go pee because I didn't want to miss a moment of rehearsal. I just didn't want to miss a moment of this incredible room that I was sitting in the Manhattan Theater Club, rehearsal room with these brilliant people. That's how I feel with Yorgos. It's, the same, I'm so inspired by what he does. And so I just feel so lucky that I get to work with them. It's so great. Jesse
Plemons, man.
Yeah.
I've not met him. I don't know him at all, but I'm blown away with how he's like the heir to, it's like Gene Hackman and Philip Seymour Hoffman had a child. Right?
That's exactly correct. When I saw him in Friday Night Lights, I thought I discovered him. I was like, that's the kid. He's so amazing. He was I loved Connie Britton. I loved The Coach. But great. for the kids, it was all for me about his character. He was so brilliant. And so one day I was on an airplane and I was walking by. I saw him on the airplane and I walked by him and I went, I love you so much. You're so good in Friday Night Lights. Now, the embarrassing thing about this is not too long ago. So he's had a huge career since Friday Night Lights, but all I knew was Friday Night Lights. And I was obsessed with him from it. So I just told him, I'm just your hugest fan. I think you're so incredible. And he was so sweet back. And then I ran into him at a Poor Things little screening with Yorgos. And then we got to work together. So it was really lovely to get to work with him because I do think he's just what you said, a mashup of the most brilliant actors. He's so great. And
Did on Batman and Robin, did Joel direct that?
Yeah.
Schumacher? Oh my God, we share Joel Schumacher.
What did you work with Joel?
St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah, that's so good. That's right.
And I
bet he was very different on that. What was he like for you?
I think because he had only done DC Cab before that. So this was like his make or break.
Yeah.
Sort of last chance. He was, but he was still super flamboyant.
Cute.
Very opinionated.
Good.
He would ream you out.
Oh.
For like, he played favorites. Luckily, I was a favorite.
Oh.
But there were certain people in the cast, he just fucking drove him berserk. And he would like, I won't say the name, but if you're a St. Elmo's Fire fan, you might be able to do the math. He would take this person aside and go, not even aside. We'd all hear it. You have a punctuality problem.
Because they were late by a minute?
A Hollywood problem. A drug problem. And an attitude problem.
Oh, all of those things.
All of those things. Yeah. That was my favorite Joel Schumacher quote. And he must have been unbelievable by the time he got to Batman and Robin.
I have some stories, but I would tell you alone when we're together.
Yes. I mean, put it this way. He's the guy who put the nipples on the bat suit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can only imagine the direction. I mean.
But yeah, I think it's funny.
Batgirl's hot though. Batgirl, like I liked watching the old TV show
not
as a
my
kid.
Character.
No, I know, but you too. I think
no, she wasn't. She's like I played like baby Batgirl.
Yeah, you were like little sister Batgirl.
Yeah,
but
the original was hot.
Yeah, totally.
Her name was Yvonne.
Yvonne Craig.
Yes.
I wondered why. Like I like redheads, and I'm going, why do I like redhead? And I realized when I was a little boy, she'd come in that purple skin tight suit on that motorcycle.
Yeah,
with what I now know is clearly a wig, and not a good one. But I was like, wow! I was all 6 years old. Wow, boy, Batgirl.
What were you supposed to do?
Right?
Yeah,
I was down to clown with that. I can tell you that. Well, darling, it's been so good to see you and catch up with you.
You too. I'm so happy to see you.
You have so much good work out there, and I'm really happy for you. It's really awesome.
Thank you. I'm so happy to hear about all your theater stuff. That's so cool. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, it's
we're both theater nerds.
I love doing it when I can. I had a great moment at the Urinal with Paul Newman up at the Williamstown Theater Festival, and he was like, "Kid, it's good to see you up here."
Yeah,
because you know what? I wish more of your ilk did it, because you'll always have the theater.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's from Paul Newman. I'll take that.
Yeah, I think it's a special category. No disrespect to the ones that don't do it, but the ones that do, I mean, there's nothing like it. It's so incredible. So that's why I started acting in the first place. Just a theater nerd. And
I was the same.
Yeah, so that's so cool.
I was a little theater musical comedy nerd, and then only got into movies and TV because that's what they were doing. If I could support myself in the custom to which in the life to which I'm accustomed, I would do nothing but the theater all the time. But unfortunately, that is not possible. So I must pick my moments.
For sure.
Well, Irish Blood on Acorn TV. Tell me about Acorn TV before we go. That's how we're going to watch this thing right now.
Thank you for saying that. It is on Acorn TV, and it's a branch of AMC.
Oh, okay, great.
But I do believe you have to get Acorn TV. And, but I don't, I think it's really worth it. And, but I don't know the details on that. I think it's probably really easy to get. And,
AMC, when I hear a branch of AMC, I go, oh, this is good.
Yeah, AMC's not messing around.
No, they're not at all. And
No.
particularly if they're putting it on a branch. If it's out there like on a fucking branch, you gotta climb out on it to find it. It's like a fucking acorn. It's good.
It's Acorn. They're great. And they've been so kind to me. I've had a really good experience with, his name is Rob Fox, the executive over at AMC. So he's with AMC. They're all, it's really AMC. It's just, you have to watch it on Acorn because that's how it's arranged. But
all right, I'm going to get my acorns. I'm like a squirrel gathering my acorns.
I have one quick question for you, and that can be if we're done. But
you can have many questions for me.
You have your wife and a bunch of children, correct?
I have a wife and a bunch. So my wife Cheryl and I celebrated our 34th wedding anniversary.
Amazing.
In July.
And you have a whole team.
Two boys.
Oh, just two boys. I thought you had a team of
no, I just have two
boys.
My oldest, Matthew, who works in finance, and my youngest, Johnny, who co-created our show. We did 2 seasons on Netflix called Unstable.
Amazing.
And now has
so they're grown-ups.
Created a show for Amazon.
Amazing.
He's a writer actor. Yeah, grown-ups. Out of the house. I'm an empty nester.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And no shit.
I can't even stand it. I can't even begin to imagine.
It is, where do you walk by the room that they're not in anymore?
Yeah, it's like not acceptable. I think I'm going to move to wherever he goes to school or something and just get a dorm.
My wife is so psychotic about it that we built a new house.
Oh.
And she built rooms for them with their shit in it.
Oh.
Like
do they ever come back?
I'm like,
do they come?
Like their signed Peyton Manning jersey up on the wall. I'm like, what do you think is actually going to happen in this?
But you know what? They
shrine?
Probably love it. That's so sweet. It's so sweet.
It is sweet, but they must be like mortified.
Well, say hi to your wife.
I will. And again, this was great. I love you to death. Love you to pieces.
I'm so glad to see you.
Let's find something to do together, you and I, one of these days.
That would be so fun.
I know.
We should do a play. I mean, we should do everything. Plays, the things, the movie, all of it.
Let's find the play.
Yeah, let's do a play.
Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Yeah, you know what? David Harbour. No, it wasn't David Harbour. Kathleen Turner handed me that play when we did The Graduate, and she said, "Read this. We should do this." And I, like an idiot, was so busy. I didn't know what that meant. Like we should. I was too young. I didn't know that meant like we actually could do this.
Right.
So she ended up doing it with David Harbour and another. I can't remember the name of the actress, and I missed that opportunity. So yes, we should. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Should we do the goat? You ever read the goat?
I remember the goat. What's his name do that? Billy Crudup?
I know it was Sally Field.
Oh.
Did a really, it's a Pinter. Harold Pinter.
Ooh, yeah, no, we need to do that. Yeah.
It's about a man who falls in love with a goat.
Yeah, no, they did. I think that Billy Crudup did that right next to the theater that I was doing The Graduate in at that time, because I remember that. It's insane, that story.
Insane. It's an insane show.
Yeah.
And so good.
Oh my God, I love Harold Pinter.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, we figured out. Let's do I know, here's what it is. They're redoing the Cherry Lane Theater in New York.
Okay.
They're doing real limited runs. A24, the great studio, owns it.
You don't have to do it for long?
Refurbished it.
Okay.
That's what we'll do.
New York's reasonable because we can just, in my case, my kid can come. It could be in the summer. Like, that's manageable. But over the pond is a little rough till he's like 18.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a plan.
All right, that's the plan. All right. Good to talk to you. Good to see you. Big kisses.
You too. Huge kisses. So lovely to see you. Thanks for chatting with me.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Literally, sponsored by Lowe's.